Welcome, K-Kids Club advisors. My name is Lisa Pyron, and I work with service leadership programs and support the K-Kids program, Builders Club, and Action Club. And Luana?
Hello, advisors. I'm Luana Nissan. I am the Service Leadership Programs Manager, and I work with Lisa to support K-Kids, Builders Club, and Action Club.
And today we are going to talk about the how-tos of service. The topics we're going to cover include starting with the mission, addressing a variety of causes, how to engage in all ways to do service, do the steps of idea, and using club resources. We want to start with the mission. For longtime advisors, please notice that the mission statement was revised this year. K-Kids is a global student-led program that provides members with learning and experiences to build character, improve communities, and gain leadership skills through service. Notice at the heart of the mission that K-Kids provide both learning and experiences. Youth often don't know what issues they will be passionate about until they have an experience that exposes them to it, whether it's a need they see in their personal or family life or a cause that they're exposed to through service. There may be a favorite service project that your club does each year to help the same community partner organization. Give your students experiences that have them address a variety of causes. Out of this, your club will help your community in many ways, and your members will learn about many causes and may even find something they are passionate about. Here are the many categories of causes that your club can choose to do service around. Animals, the environment, people with disabilities, elderly care, health and wellness, bully prevention, equal rights for all, hunger and homelessness, education and literacy, including others, kindness.
An additional way to teach your members about making a difference is to let them know about the 4 ways to do service. Some service projects may combine ways, and others will focus on one approach. Let's watch a video that you can share with your clubs.
Your K-Kids Club or Builders Club does lots of service projects to make a difference in your school and community. Now that your club has decided on a community need or cause to help with, it's time to learn about the 4 ways to do service. The first way is doing hands-on service. This means being directly involved in helping people, animals, or the environment. When club members tutor or read to younger students, that's hands-on service. When the club does a park or beach cleanup, that's hands-on service too. The second way to do service is advocacy. This means educating people about a cause and asking them to support it. When a club plans a school assembly with a guest speaker from a local animal shelter who talks about adopting pets, that's advocacy. Creating a poster campaign about kindness at your school is also advocacy. The third way to do service is fundraising. This is asking for and gathering money for a cause or purpose. Lots of clubs fundraise. One example is holding a walkathon with an entrance fee that raises money for a children's hospital. Hosting an art fair to raise money for supplies for an art program at a community center. That's also fundraising. The fourth way to do service is donating. This means asking for and gathering items for a cause or purpose. Gathering things like soap and toothpaste and toothbrushes from students and teachers to give to victims of a natural disaster. This is donating. Another example of donating is holding a book drive to fill a little free library. So that's it. The 4 ways to do service are hands-on service, advocacy, fundraising, and donating. Remember, each one gives your club an opportunity to involve other students at your school. You can educate them about the cause or give them ways to contribute to your club's project by helping with service or giving money or items. Make sure to share your projects in your school newsletters, during school announcements, and with posters around the building. The more you involve your school community, the bigger the impact you can make. Have fun planning and doing great service.
And you can show that video, the 4 ways to do service, to your club members. It's available on the It's available on the Builders Club website and K-Kids website. We encourage K-Kids and Builders Clubs to use a 4-step process for service that will optimize students' learning and the impact your club's service has on the community. We call this IDEA. The 4 steps of IDEA are: identify the need, develop the understanding, execute the plan, and aim for impact. Identify the need. In this step, your members would do things like doing research to find out what real needs there are in your school, local, community, and world. Local, community, and world. Remember that assuming needs, doing research to find out about needs and talking with community members helps build students' empathy. So that's a really important step. Also, members should consider what the real needs are and the opportunities that they have to address them as they decide what need they'd like to focus on project after project. Develop the understanding. Members can do interviews, listen to guest speakers, and learn about community organizations or government agencies like public parks and libraries that address specific needs that they want to focus on. They can also brainstorm, in this step, they'll brainstorm about what kind of service projects that they'd like to do that they care about that address a need. Or they could also choose to do a project that they learned about will fill a need from a speaker or an organization. Execute the plan. In this step, they'll figure out whether the service project will be doing hands-on service, holding a donation drive, doing a fundraiser, or doing advocacy. That's educating others about the issue or cause, or it may be a combination of those different ways of doing service. Also in this step, there are so many different parts to creating a plan and carrying it out. So that's really the heart of a service project, is executing the plan. Members will build skills as they go through the development of a service project, as they develop a budget, decide what supplies are needed, recruit volunteers, spread word about the project and how others can give to it, and many more different activities and tasks that are involved in executing a service plan. Finally, the shortest step is really aiming for impact. And in this step, you wrap up service with reflection so that members think about how they felt as they did service and throughout the process and what they learned from it. They will also assess the impact of the service. So different ways that you can have members assess it, whether it's in small groups or together, what worked and what would they change the next time they did this kind of a project. Please do remember to share the results of your club's work. Your community wants to know what your club did, like how many books did they gather, how much food did they gather and donate, how much money did they raise for a particular cause, and how many people will be served by what they did. So please also remember to share it with us at Kiwanis International. You can do that through your annual achievement report, and you can find out more about that online. on the website, or you can do it by just reaching out to us and sharing, as well as using a hashtag, kkids.org, to share on social media. The program kit that your club receives has 3 guidebooks that will help with all the steps of service. The K-Kids member guide was expanded this year with the revision to include more activities. There are spaces for members to reflect on and write about their talents and their skills, and to develop goals for their year. There's a calendar for them to keep track of club events and also of their service hours. There are also activities related to service projects that complement those in the K-Kids service guide. The K-Kids service guide is chock full of service-related activities with step-by-step instructions to help officers facilitate meetings. Activities are divided by the 4 steps of high-impact service idea. So with the K-Kids service guide, we want you to understand that this year, with the revision of the member guide and the service guide, we have created complementary activities. So one example of that is when members document, think about and write about what skills they think they have and what they're good at in their member guide. Then in the service guide, there is an activity where members can figure out which tasks for a service project they would be good at and volunteer to work on those tasks. So keep an eye in the service guide for notes for sidebars that explain that they are connected activities with the member book. As well, in the service guide, there is a plan at the beginning of the guide that advisors can use with officers at the beginning of the year to map out what activities you think you'll have time to do and want to do, and who might lead or facilitate those activities. So what's in the service guide? The service guide's activities fall under each of the 4 steps of high quality service. Identify the need, develop the understanding, execute the plan, and aim for impact. Some of the activities are meant to be done once a year. For instance, like as you see, mapping the community or brainstorming service ideas. Those can be done at the beginning of the year, and then they can be used, the community map and the list of project ideas can be used throughout the year. Other activities are meant to be done as often as needed. For instance, creating a project timeline. You might do that for many, or a project list, task list. You might do that for many different projects. There are other activities like creating a supply list, and there are forms for creating a supply list, as well as a form to fill out when you're creating a plan for a donation drive or a fundraising event. So take a look at those forms that can be photocopied and used for as many events as you need them. Remember that the K-Kids website offers digital versions of the guides that can be downloaded, and other resources like ideas for service and fundraising projects. You will find most of the resources that you need in the advisors section. So if you take a look at the navigation bar under lead, when you click on that, then the white bar will pop up and you can choose advisors, and there's all kinds of links to resources, many kinds of resources on that page. The other place to look is under resources, under navigation. There are resources for advisors, officers, club members, and more.
We leave you with a few things to consider about service. Do your officers and members understand different ways to do service and the variety of causes? Do your members gather input from school and community leaders about needs? And have you figured out how to incorporate club toolkits into service project development? These are things to consider. With that, we'd like to leave you with our contact information. We're always available to you to help. You can reach out to Luana or I by email or call the office. Thank you for attending.
Thank you.